Good morning, welcome to Planet Mojo. It's day 2 of our metal ceiling install. We're getting a real late start today because I had to do some stuff with my daughter, but with any luck, we'll be able to get the next 2 panels in. The way these are designed, I have to put a panel on that side, then a panel on that side, then the one right in the middle. This next panel is going to come to this joist right here. So what I need to do is I need to measure the overhang. It should be about the same on both of the panels. Or it should be exactly the same. I need to measure that overhang and account for that. Then I can measure back to the inside of the box here. That's one of the measurements. Then I have my laser hash marks on all of the joists. All I need to do is measure from that hash mark to the inside of the box this way, and that should give me a perfect box out. Then this right here, I believe this joist right here, the distance from that to the F and J, to the inside of the F and J, is a little bit tight. So I think I'm going to have to trim a little bit off the edge from there all the way to the next joist there. So a little bit of trimming and cutting on this one. Let's get a panel on here and get some dimensions and start marking this out. Okay, so we have 5 inches of overhang, and then our joist will be right here, but I need to measure from the far side of the joist there over to the outside of the joist where the box out is. All right, I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about up here. I'll grab the tape measure. All right, this is the overhang, like I said. Then I can come right to the edge of that joist and measure over. And what I got to do is measure right to here plus a little bit. My panel is going to go hopefully about 1/8 of an inch to 1/4 of an inch in from the inside here and the inside here. Okay, that dimension is 40 3/4. So I'll go right from that line, 40 3/4 over, and then make my line going this way. Then I need to figure out where my cut is right here. All right, this was 5 plus 40 3/4, 45 3/4, right there. I'm actually gonna put another one here and connect the 2 lines because these edges aren't always square. $45 3/4. Not the best straight edge I have, but it was close. I really don't know how far to mark this in yet. It's about 2 feet, so a little bit longer. All right, now I have 2 hash marks. These are the laser index line. Got one there and one there. What I got to do is measure from the inside of the box over to that line, subtract 1/4 inch, and that's my dimension. I'm going to do the same on both of them. Okay, we got exactly 18 on that. All right, and 17 3/4. All right, so, it goes from here. This one was 17 3/4. So we're going to go to 17 1/2. This one was 18, and that's actually at this line right here. So we're going to go to 17 3/4. All right, now I need to adjust the width right in this area right here over to right here somewhere, and I'll figure out how to do that with some dimensions. It is 38 7/16 right here and right here, but I believe it tightened up right here and right here. So that second one is right at the box here, and the other one is right about there. What I got to do is measure over from that laser index over to the inside of the F and J, and anything that it's less than 38 7/16, that's what I'll need to remove right off this lip here. So I'll figure out where that second joist that's okay is, and then we'll go from 0 there to whatever that distance is. Okay. Got my nibbler here. Looks like I gotta tighten up both of these screws right here. We have a problem with this thing just free rotating. So let me get those tightened up, and hopefully I can use that on this long cut here. Well, this cut as well. I don't think it's going to do well, I know it's not going to do these valleys very well. So I'll probably do this with the jigsaw. All right, that seems to have done it. I'm sure you can hear that. Our crazy neighbor is shooting his 50 cal. All right, let's get this cut. Forgot the earplugs. All right. Well, I guess I'm pretty unimpressed with those shears. This was just a plain old metal blade in the jigsaw. Little problems here and there, but it's not too bad. We're going to try the shears again on this cut. This time, instead of being like buried in the metal here, it'll just be shearing off a bit off this edge. Maybe it'll do a little bit better on that. Okay, I got my cuts done. On the next one, I'm just going to use the jigsaw on any cuts that are buried like that. If I have to do any trimming again, I'll use that shear. Now let's get this up on the lift and jack it up into place. right, I got this one in place and it's clamped down right on its laser index line. Now I need to get a screw at this far end of every one of the joists, and like I did on the last one, I'll work my way back towards the wall, flattening it as I go. Yeah, this was really hard to get up there. It probably took me, I don't know, maybe 45 minutes to get it up there. I had that cross member on there to support this far end, and that was in the way, so I had to get up there and take that off. And it was hell getting it into the corner back there because this end wanted to pop out and then get hooked on that box out up there. But finally, I put a clamp right here, not clamping the panel, but just as a pivot point, so I could move it this way and pivot it back in that way without this popping out. And that's what did the trick for me. All right, one screw into each of these joists, and then I'll work my way back. Then we can get on to this middle one. Hopefully I can get this done today. Like I said, I started afternoon, and it starts getting really cold out here as soon as the sun goes down. And the sun goes down, let me see the time here. Yeah, the sun goes down in an hour and a half, maybe 2. Okay, let's get this done. All right, I got that one finished up, and I'll show you that in a little bit, but I have my next one in place, and basically I just did the same thing. This is a bigger cutout for right there, but I measured it the same way. One of the things though, this goes about 13/16 past the joist, so it's a fair amount. It's 7 and something. So what I did is cut this rib. This is the rib that goes into the F and J up there. I cut it so this would just go right into the bottom there. It'll just tuck right in, but it doesn't have to do all this stuff. This will just go right into the F and J once it gets out to there. It may end up with a little gap right here, but if it does, I'll just caulk that up. I'm not worried about that. I don't want to have this up on the lift and have it jam up right there. There's just no way I would be able to jam this in there and tuck this under the other one. Okay, we'll get this cut, get the lift over here, and see if we can get this done today. All right, this one's ready to go, and it looks pretty precarious. Yeah, we'll see how long this thing takes to get up. I gotta raise it all the way up and then like bring it right this way and slide that long end over the garage hardware there and then kind of rotate it into place. Yike. All right, let's get going. We have a little issue here. I'm going to tell you about it in just a minute, but the sun is down and I got to go take my dogs for a walk. So let me do that real quick and then I'll tell you what the issue is. Hopefully we can take care of it tonight, but it's not really looking like it. All right, I'm back. Yeah, it gets dark so quick this time of year. The dogs would be really disappointed if I didn't take them on their walk. All right, here's the problem. We have what looks like a little over 2 inches of overhang here and a little bit less than 1 inch of overhang. This is what I calculated it out to be. What was it, 13/16, I believe. And then my cut was made according to that. But obviously that is not centered. So what I'm gonna have to do is take that clamp off and then jog this until I have the same dimension on both sides. Well, actually, I'll just measure both sides, add those together, divide it in half, and that'll give me the overhang for each side. Then I can just slide this down, clamp it again, and then measure back to the board there. And then I'll have to bring this down, trim that off, and put the whole thing back up again. I am not going to do that today, but I will do it first thing in the morning, and then we'll move on to the insulation real quick. It looks like I can get 1 row in here without anything in the way. That should go pretty quick. And then we have another one just like this with the brackets in the way and the electric and all that stuff. So yeah, once I get this one in, the next one will go pretty quick, and then we'll be, well, kind of dead in the water for a little bit, but no big deal. Once we get past all this hardware and stuff, it's pretty smooth sailing for a couple days at least, maybe a week. So if you want to see that, make sure you subscribe and click on the update icon. If you have any questions or comments, make sure you put them in the comment section below. And if you share the video and or give it a like, it helps the channel out greatly. Thanks for watching and have a great day.